Aloha, I'm your host Chris Atronic. Welcome to Board Stories. Get ready for another great episode as we go island hopping around our beautiful state. Skipping over to Kailua Kona on the Big Island, we check out the surf scene and characters before hopping over to experience the lush tropical scenery of secluded Hana, Maui. We also stop by the Z-Flex skate team demo as they roll through the North Shore and check out some bodyboard action from the last swell of the season at Pipeline. There's a whole lot coming up, so get ready. This is Board Stories. Board Stories TV is proudly presented by Cholos and OC16, exclusively on Oceanic Time Warner Cable. Before our island hop adventure begins, it's time for the Tube of the Week. On this Tube of the Week, we shift down to Off the Wall, Pipe and Backdoor's spunky little neighbor. While the Heats were running in the water next door during the Pipe Masters, Kauai boy Stephen Cohen was hunting open caverns, hoping for an exit from the notoriously tricky wave. After a heavy free-falling drop, Steph held on to get blown out of the deepest tube of the day. Oh, Steph, that was insane. Yes. If you want to check out more great content like that, head over to freesurfmagazine.com. And stick around. Our island hopping adventure is just around the corner, so stay tuned.
Burrito, taco salad, black bean nachos, yum, fish tacos, mojito, margarita.
Home-style Mexican food and the best grinds in the islands. Cholos at the North Shore Marketplace. Live the dream!
Welcome back to Board Stories. Island hopping is an age-old tradition unique to the many that grew up here in the Hawaiian Islands. In the middle of the Pacific Ocean, Hawaii is not geographically close to pretty much anywhere else in the world. It takes a lot of effort to take a trip outside of Hawaii, but not so much if you take a little trip close to home. It's time to go island hopping.
When you travel surfing contests in Hawaii growing up, you got to travel outer island a lot. So you make friends and it's super sick going to the other islands and getting to hang out with your friends at their home, and they show you all the little spots.
It's important, especially for kids from like Maui and Kauai and the Big Island, to go over to Oahu and stuff and surf swells. It's epic.
It's great because they're all so close. It's pretty much like you can hop on a plane and in 30 minutes you're on another island.
I love being able to go over for a day and find some waves on Maui or Oahu.
If there's good waves somewhere else, being able to hop on the plane, and you literally hop on the plane and then hop to the other island and surf there, hop to the other island, surf there, hop home.
Every island has its own special, unique feel and way about it, and you know what I mean? Each island has its own different surfing and style of surfing.
It's also pretty cool, like you get to see like so much scenery, like I don't know. I thought the view was so cool last time. I took like 100 pictures.
Flying over all the islands is a lot nicer than going in a huge airplane with crying babies and just bugging just annoying kind of things.
We were lucky enough to partner up with Mokulele Airlines to hop the pond from Oahu to our neighbor islands and meet up with the locals that share the same surf stoke. With North Shore Grom's Dylan Fransman and Zoe McDougall in tow, we made a quick stop on Maui before continuing down the chain to the youngest and biggest of the group, Hawaii Island, or better known as the Big Island. Flying into Kona Airport on the west side of the Big Island, our crew is eager to head to the beach.
Aloha, my name is CJ Kanuha and welcome to the Big Island. Oh, Big Island vibes, amazing. It's the best place I could ever be blessed to have grown up. You know what I mean? From fishing to diving to paddling canoe and then surfing. And Big Island vibes are always all about aloha, always good vibes, but come with respect.
Big Island vibes, super laid back. Everyone's on Hawaiian time over here. Waves are fun, but it's not always 25 foot and treacherous, but I don't know, I like it. You know, when I come home, I get to relax and just recharge the batteries.
There's only a few pack of Groms that surf every day, and we all get on companions and have fun, so it's really a good community.
There's like very few sandbars. It's basically all sharp reef and gnarly, and some are just kind of just like regular reef breaks, but they're all fun.
Since it's the newest island, the reef is really sharp and jagged and really close to the rocks. So the waves here are really slabby and boxy and not quite as perfect, but fun.
Challenging at times, but it's definitely put my surfing to a different level.
I got to surf with Luke, Ocean, Kahanu, CJ. CJ is one of the best local pros on the Big Island. Super good, big airs.
CJ definitely rips. Saw him do a huge air today. Kahanu's been ripping, of course. Ocean's been ripping, saw him get a few barrels. Brody rips, I forgot about Brody.
Sometimes CJ and Kiala and Lahiki and Shane all come down and surf when it's good, and that's cool to see them.
I like there's not that big of a crowd, and I like how there's, in the winter, the waves get really good, and I get to surf with all my friends.
We have such an amazing young talent pool right now coming up, especially young ones, and it's cool to see those kids take their talents and want to take it to the world, and they put their talent and their academics in the right place and things fall into place for them and they strive for their goals. Anything's achievable.
Before leaving the Big Island, we got the chance to check out one of Kona's signature activities, a manta ray dive. Kahanu Delobio is also an aspiring marine biologist and has been working alongside the manta rays in Kona, experiencing the majestic dancing of these beautiful sea creatures. Using lights to attract plankton, the mantas swoop in with gaping mouths, displaying one of nature's ominous occurrences. Needless to say, the Groms are mesmerized by the experience. But it is now time to leave the Big Island and jump over to Maui. Stick around as the island hopping adventure continues, and before that, the Z-Flex skaters go off at Bonsai Skate Park. Keep it right here for more great action on Board Stories. Welcome back to Board Stories. The North Shore's Bonsai Rock Skate Park has seen a lot of action since its recent reopening, and the Z-Flex skate team has stopped by for a fun little barbecue for all the North Shore skaters to enjoy.
We're here at Bonsai Skate Park on the North Shore. We got the Z-Flex bros out here on a trip that they're doing. We're here with wave riding vehicles, just putting on a barbecue and just hanging out. It's a pretty just laid back afternoon. Basically, we were gonna be here anyway, so we just thought we'd, put on a barbecue and partner up with a shop from the North Shore, and yeah, that's really what it is today. It seems like everyone's having a good time. There's a bunch of people here and we're just cruising. Z-Flex started in 1976 with Jay Adams and his stepdad. Jay and his dad started Z-Flex. Yeah, they were fiberglass boards. We've got a couple of guys that live on the North Shore riding for the brand, Noah Doak and Malachi Montez. Jay actually worded me up on them. It's rad, I can see why Malachi and Noah skate the way they skate, coming from a park like this.
Oh, it's amazing. I never thought I was gonna come here. Scenery's good, water's great, skating's great, this park's awesome. It's insane. You just come cruising after a sweaty day, you just go right across the street and hit the water. It's pretty nice. Refresh yourself.
Just have fun with it, I don't know. It's skateboarding, I think that more and more people are getting into it, which is rad, and yeah, we just want to keep it fun.
We're about to hop over to Maui to continue our neighbor island trek. Stay locked to Board Stories.
Imagine if everybody just got solar panels. I'm really stoked to have our house with solar panels. We're able to get this cheaper energy.
I went solar on my house here because I got tired of paying the electric bill. We live in a beautiful place on Maui and try to harness as much of the natural energy around as we can.
I am sponsored by the sun.
I am sponsored by the sun. I am sponsored by the sun.
Experience Hawaii's past in the present. Oahu's Waimea Valley calls you to reconnect. Waimea Valley is a rich and culturally significant vahipana, or storied place, that embraces a world-class botanical garden. Come visit our newly restored kauhale, an historical site believed to have been occupied by families of high rank centuries ago. Our kauhale at Waimea Valley is one of a kind, a special place to engage in Hawaiian culture. Reconnect at Oahu's Waimea Valley.
Welcome back to Board Stories, on an island hopping adventure in the middle of the Pacific. The Hawaiian Islands offer a diverse landscape and a variety of zones. After our stay on the dry lava rock side of the Big Island, it was time to board our Mokulele flight and hop over to a different island perspective in Hana, Maui.
I saw like a lot of caves and big rock sculptures and all this really cool stuff. Yeah, the waterfall's really nice and I saw some big green valleys. Yeah, it's super cool.
While we had the luxury of flying, the most common method to reach secluded Hana is to drive down the windy 64-mile Hana Highway, complete with 54 bridges and roughly 620 curves. A scenic drive to say the least. Upon arrival, it was off to the Hana estate for a quick round of backyard golf before heading down to the beach. Full of endless greenery and pastures, Hana truly is a beautiful corner of Hawaii.
In Hana, it's really nice and like beautiful. When you come out here, it's so lush and green and quiet.
The place is super cool. It feels like everyone knows each other. Like everyone pretty much is friends.
It's the down-to-earth zone of Maui. It's where you come to get away. It's the getaway.
Hana is a really awesome community. Like everybody says hi and the waves are so fun.
Maui boasts a diverse surf scene with a variety of spots to get your shred on. Perfect for surfers of any age.
Every side of the island is different. Like Hana is sandbars and like super fun waves, and then the west side is all like reef and more like hollow waves.
Yeah, the wave's pretty good here. Like a lot of sandbars and beach breaks. Some are barrel and some are good for air.
Hana tends to have more like beach breaky, kind of close out, little section pop-ups everywhere, kind of waves.
I'm claiming Maui right now has probably got the biggest, probably the best up and coming groms there is from what I've seen. I call Maui the exact in-between of Kauai and Oahu. It's got the city borderline, but it's got places like Hana where it's green and it's mellow, not as much crowds.
After 2 days of soaking in the fresh Hana air, it was time for our island hopping adventure to come to an end. Flying back over the islands, it was only natural to start dreaming of the next hop to another nook of Hawaii. Special thanks goes out to Mokulele Airlines for their partnership and support on this awesome island hopping adventure. We're bringing it back to Pipeline to finish with a late season swell to close off the winter. Keep it here on Board Stories. Special thanks goes out to Mokulele Airlines, Sunbum Sunscreen and Skincare Products, Rev Bar, Kona Style Catamaran, the Hana Estate, and Uncle Billy's by the Bay. Welcome back to Board Stories. This past winter season ended with a solid April swell that provided hollow pipe barrels for the bodyboarders on hand. This Board Stories bodyboard segment is brought to you by Science Bodyboards. On the North Shore, by this late in the winter season, the sand on the beach piles up, covering the inside portion of the Pipeline Reef. When a swell does hit, the backwash can become a tricky predicament to negotiate, but the bodyboard crew is always eager to take on the extra challenge, and this late season swell was no different. Well, that's the end of another great episode. We had a fun time island hopping thanks to Mokulele Airlines, and we look forward to doing it again. Thanks to all the skaters from Z-Flex and the bodyboarders for charging Pipeline. Well, that's going to be it for me, your host, Chris Atronic, but before we close out, as always, here's the spill of the week. Aloha. In this spill of the week, Jamie O'Brien, always looking for excitement, takes his soft top to the limit at maxing Pipeline. Destined for catastrophe, JOB makes a decent effort stroking into a heavy pipe ledge, but pulls the eject cord, taking the quick route to the bottom. But James is never one to be fazed, and continued to charge in his soft top just the same.